Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we are going to be continuing with our Back to the Future DeLorean build. But today we're not just going to do one issue, we're going to do two issues of Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. So we are going to do 102 and 103. Now, the reason that I've decided to do two issues this week is simply because we are basically doing what we did over the last two issues. So issue 100 and 101, we worked at the wiring down the left side of the car. We're basically going to be doing that again today. I'll make sure, yeah, left side of the car, and we're going to be doing the work on the right side today. Now, obviously we've seen it in 100 and 101 already, so I thought what we'll do is we'll do 102 and 103 together, and then that wiring is all done, and then next week we can start on something new, which is actually the rear flux band, which I'm really looking forward to, because obviously I've got the mod for that, which is the EL rope wire, and I really want to get that finished off. There is only one more thing after them, which is the nuclear reactor for the DeLorean. So yeah, I just thought, why not? Well, let's do two, let's finish it off. If this is a long video, it's a long video, but at least then we can get all this wiring finished and we can continue with our DeLorean build. So let's get started on this one, because there's a fair bit to do. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is we are going to be putting, just like we did before, this part just onto this bit here. So the instructions for this is cable and wires for the right side. Okay, so we've done that bit there. Now we need to bring the car down, as you will know. So just do that. Luckily, she's not far away. So here is the car, and then what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to go to my little side camera. Let's bring this across so we can fit this. So let's go with the little portable. Okay, so like before, this is going to simply go on to there, just like that. And we need to screw that down with an IP screw. Now I haven't put that in yet. My reason for that is I want to check the fit, because I did glue some of it in last time. So we'll just see how that fits. But let's get this in first. So that's nicely into place. Fit that into there, that into there, and then that into there. Again, it is loose. It's not as bad as the other side, so I think I might be okay to get away with that one, but we'll just have to see. Okay, so now we've done that, we need to bring our bit of rope across, and again we're going to stick this, do some tweezers just so I can push this in properly. Just into there like so. Okay, next what we need to do is we've got the wire now to tidy this up to go around it. So I'm going to go exactly how I did before. I'm going to follow the instructions on this one, but I think after this we don't have to do this again. Well, after we've done this side, I don't think we have to deal with this this wire. So let's get this working. Now sometimes I just like to pinch it with my tweezers, because the lower down you pinch it, you're going to tighten it lower down, which is going to tighten the them both together. So, and that's what I'm after. Okay, and then just as before, we just snip off the excess. Okay, so we'll continue this on. So the next one is roughly here. Now the one good thing is with this one, and we'll get onto it in a bit in the next issue, is I don't have to fray any of these wires. But I mean, you see, that's my main concern of that coming out, and I think this is going to be better just having a dab of glue, which will only take a few minutes to do. So I've already got the glue at the ready, just in case I needed to do this. So I think it's best we glue this in. Doesn't take long to do it. So that's what I feared about this. That's why I wanted to do it that way. Thought we might get away with it, but we haven't, so it's fine. Okay, now that glue does take a little just bit of time to set. That's because it's plastic going onto metal, and as you can see, this is bare metal, so it is a little bit cold. But I think we can continue now. So you don't have to do this, you know, you don't have to sort of glue it if you don't want to, but I don't plan on taking this off ever. I mean, apart from converting this into maybe a Delorean road car, which I have seen some people do, and my goodness me, they're amazing. You know, they have taken this 1.8 model and turned it from the time machine into the road car. So there we go. Okay, that's that one. Once there's another one just after it. Now you could, if you wanted, probably use, I actually know somebody, a YouTuber, Pitstain Hobbies. He actually put cable ties on all his wiring, which, okay, looks unique in its own way, let's just say that. But it's a different way of doing it, I've got to admit. Okay, I've come into this seems to be getting a bit easier now, this wiring. So I don't know if it's because I've done it now quite a few times. I could not tell you. But, I mean, it's going to look beautiful once it's done. It's just a little bit fiddly doing it. And my fingers are really, I hate to say, huge. So it's hard for me to get into it really and just get a twist on it, but if it's possible, I'll get it done. Okay, so we just need 2 at the bottom. So just bring that out from there. Now I think, if I remember correctly, I actually propped this up last time to make it a bit easier. So there we go. That's propped up. Just make sure that everything can be seen on the camera. So literally I am just following the as per instructions for this one. So where it's telling me in the instructions that it wants one, that's where I'm putting one. actually had payment taken for my next lot as well, so they'll be coming soon. And we're getting to the end of what would have been the original run of this vehicle. So yeah. Okay, so we just need one more just here. And this will be this issue complete. And it's alright that I can bend it like this, because I can get into it a little bit easier. So there we go. Nicely done. I want it nice and tight. And then we just snip off the excess. Okay, and that is this issue done. So we've managed to sort out the wiring. So it's coming from all the way up here, down here, and it's coming underneath there, as you can see. Okay, so I'll move my tools out of the way and we'll get ready for the next stage. So that is stage 102 done. Okay, so moving on to 103. This is cable and wires right side. Okay, and we're just basically going to do what we did previously. So we have got our little mesh here, and if you remember, we roll it round this mesh. And secure it down. So I'm just going to do the rolling part first. Love this build, really do love it. It's going to be so nice when it's done. Okay, so that's it rolled around. So I'm just going to try and line it up with the holes. I am going to get though an MP screw ready, because that's what we need to screw it in with, and I'm going to use a double O gauge screwdriver on that one. They are little tiny screws, even though they're plastic. This is a problem I had last time, it's finding the holes wherever they are. Just do is sticking something just in there just to pop this bit out. There we go. And I can locate where the holes are. So there's one. Now I can actually see that one. Now last time I went for the centre, because I can see that one right now, I'm gonna screw that screw in there. And hopefully that's lined up all the other holes. So I'm going to go to the other end. Then it won't be wonky in the middle, which it has actually lined it up. Okay, that's that one in place. Beautiful. Nearly stabbed myself then. Blood. A little bit. Not to worry. Don't think it needs a plaster around. No. Probably going to have to do, because the problem is when you're working with your hands like this, you're putting pressure on stuff, and even the slightest little nick can cause a problem. So what I'll do is I'll just get that on, and I'll put these on. Okay, that's one on there. Make sure I do these in the right way. And then I'll just pause while I go sort myself out. I do need to bring the car in anyway, so it'll be a good chance just to get the car. And we're going to have to turn on its roof anyway. Okay, so I've done that now. I'm just going to go sort that out. I'm back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back. Fingers fixed. Oh dear, things you do. Okay, so I've got the car upside down. We're just on the overhead camera here at the moment. Because obviously we need to affix this tube onto the car. So this is going to more or less go into there like so. We do need to screw this down, and that is going to be with KM screws. Now we are going into metal, so I am going to use some 3-in-1 oil. Obviously you can tell I've got my Patchwork Upgrades mat out. You know, I think when the original run of this car was done, these mats would have been invaluable. And now we have them. Amazing work. Okay, right, so that is now in place. So what we need to do is we need to bring the car back up properly. I'm just going to put this on my lap while I take the Patchwork Upgrades cushion off. Just make sure I clear any rubbish out while we're there. Put the car back on the desk, because we now need to work on the sides. Okay, so I'm going to bring back in a little side camera while we work on the next bit. So here we go. There we go. Okay, so just bring that in. Sorry about wobbly camera, everyone. There we go. Okay, so next what we've got to do is, like before, we've got some plastic little pieces to go in. So how I did this last time is I put this piece in first. I'm going to do that, but I am going to put a bit of glue in the holes just to make sure it stays where it should do. I can't see it have any problems, but I want to make sure on that one. Okay, so we're just gonna slot that into place. Now actually I'm glad, because that is wanting to ping off in how many different directions. So I'm glad I did that. You see what I mean? It's not wanting to stay where it should do. Okay, so that is now staying where it should do. The next bit we need to do is we've got this small piece which is going to sit in. Got a little hole in the engine bay. Well, not the engine bay, on the top. It's a bit tight because we have got some detail that's in there. The other one was a lot easier to go in than this. Let's just try. Nope, does not want to go in, so let's get the tweezers. I think I had a little bit of issues with this on the last one. So I'm just gonna try as a push down in the flat. That really does not want to go in that hole. Right, let's have a look. Right, let me just spin that out a little bit, give myself a bit more room. Yeah, there's a little bit of a sort of dip in it, which is covering it up, which is making it rather difficult to get in. And the other one, from what I can see, the hole was slightly higher. No, that really does not want to go in there. Okay, let's open the hole up a little bit. Just using a small file. Okay. And there we are, we're in. Okay, couple of things that have happened while doing that. This pipe's come out here, so I'm going to have to re-glue that. Joy of joys. Well, it happens. Okay, what I'm also going to do when I'm just holding that is just put a tiny bit of glue. I don't think I've got enough out when I put my glue out. Just on there, because I just want this to be held in place once and for all. There we go, that's in. Okay, thank goodness. Right, so this wire, now we've had this wire for ages and we've actually had it twisted around these bits for, well, we stopped doing this a year. It's been about a year and a half since we did this, worked on this bit. But what it wants us to do is we need to basically take the knot out of it that we put in ages ago. Now, I didn't know this at the time, and when I worked it out the other day, I thought, okay, that's different. But that is literally going to be slotted over this. I mean, how cool is that? Now, I'm just looking how it does it. It won't sit this way around. So on this side, you can get in there. There we go. And again, we've just got some wire to tie this up with, if I can find it. Where is it? There we are. So let's just go to a little bit of a side view there. Again, I'm going to do it as per what the instructions say. So one up here first of all. So at least we haven't had to fray any wires and put them in the blocks like we had to do with the other one. So that's got the thumbs up from me, because we've done that a couple of times now on this build. Okay, so that's exactly where I want it. And then, would you believe, this is going to be the sides of the car finished. So we've only got really the exterior to, the rear to do. You know, we have to build up the back and everything, but wow. It's going to be so nice. Every step is a step closer. Okay, so that's that piece in place. Cut that off. Next, it says it would like one just here. I've got to admit, this job is a little bit tedious. Okay, so try and get a twist on it. Then as soon as you get that twist, it's tightening it. And I like to tighten it in a clockwise direction. That's it. I think I've got a twist on it. There we go. There we go. So that's that one done. Fantastic. Okay, so the next one it wants is just down here. Now it's just near the skirting. So about there-ish. Blimey. I think the front is easier than the rear to do on this car, doing this wiring, but there we go. Wow. Okay, so that's that one, and it just wants another one just simply down here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to prop this up again, so I'm just going to use my cocktail stick jar, and then we can see what's going on. So just double checking where it wants it. You don't want to put it in the wrong place. No. There we go. Let's find a little bit tightening on that one, so I'm just gonna use my tweezers. There we go. Got that off, that's all the excess. I can get rid of that. Okay. And then last but not least, we need to put the pipes in. So here we have the first one. Remember, it sort of gives us length with this bit here, and we just chop. And then we slot all this and put it into the pipe. Look at that, beautiful. As you can see there. And then we do the same with this one. Chop it off. Bits of pipe are just flung across the desk, but never mind. I'm going to try and get the pipe in first. Oh, the wires. Come on, don't start. Problem is, we've had this on the car for so long. I am really not surprised it has started to fray already.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that, we had a knock at the door just at the time that you don't want it to. Okay, but we are done. We have got that now in. So if I show you now, so we've got all the rear wiring in place. And then as we go to the front, we've got all the front wiring in place, and it looks superb. Absolutely superb. I'm really, really pleased with it. But that is this issue done, and that's issue 102 and 103 complete. Well guys, that's it for the DeLorean. Amazing. Absolutely looks amazing. Wow. Really does look nice now. I really am glad that I did both them issues together, because yeah, it would have been 2 weeks of doing the same thing, or 4 weeks of doing the same thing. So we've got them two out of the way, and I've got enough issues to do that as well. So like I said, I've got 9 issues now that I can that I've got ready to do. So yeah, it is possible. I'm really tough with that. And next we move on to the rear flux bands, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Don't know whether I'm going to do them as a double issue or not. Work on them both. I'll see. I'll see what comes up, because I'm not too sure anyway. Even though this build has been out for a long time, it still surprises me what we're doing each week. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.